This is ShopTickets. It is the main hub of the ShopTickets platform, which lets us sell tickets to our events using all the features of Shopify. This includes Shopify's order processing, access to the Shopify App Store, and many add-ons. The process is simple. We create an event very easily here. We can enter the event details, like the name and a description about the event. All of this description will show up and automatically sync as the event syncs into our Shopify product collection. We choose the start date. Let's say this starts in January. Then we select the end date of the event. This could be a multi-day event that runs until Sunday. We also choose the time zone. Next, we select a ticket banner image. This can be anything that best represents the event. We get a preview here to see how it looks. We can choose the venue. We can also set the gate times. Finally, we can add a legal agreement to the event. This legal agreement can be as long as needed, and it will show up on the ticket page when someone makes a purchase, as well as on their PDF ticket. Next, we add the confirmation tag text. This will appear in the email that attendees receive. Thank you for your order. Please remember to bring a water bottle. We also need to organize your name, email, and the capacity for your event. This information will be displayed within the ticketing system and your analytics. We set the event to published, then click Save and Sync. Now, as we can see, this will sync as a new collection inside Shopify. We now have a new collection here. If we return to the event, we see the new event, Music Festival of Chicago. All the event details are displayed here. We can choose to view the tickets for this event, view orders that have been purchased, edit the event details if we need to change anything such as dates or start times. We can also duplicate this event easily, including all tickets and any seating maps, to create a new event. We can view event analytics, view this directly as a Shopify collection, and create, edit, or assign a seating map or send complimentary tickets for this event. The first thing we will do is view the tickets. Then we click Create New Ticket. We are going to create a new ticket and call this General Admission. The description will be, this is a GA pass. We can add more details as needed, such as, thanks for buying. If we want, we can make the description rich text. Next, we select a ticket image. This image will sync to the product because all tickets become products under the new collection. Since tickets are synced as products, we can treat them the same way as any Shopify product. This allows us to make any updates we want to the tickets. We will choose a sales start date. By setting a sales start date and time, no one will be able to purchase these tickets until that time. We can also select a sales end date. If we set this, no one will be able to buy tickets after that time. Now, we set our base price. This base price will automatically sync to our product in Shopify. Next, we set the quantity available. This will also sync automatically to the Shopify product. Here, we set a minimum amount per order. For example, we might only allow a max of 10 tickets to be purchased in one order. All of these settings are managed by our Ticket Guard extension. This extension ensures that checkouts cannot break any rules set for each ticket. For delivery method, we can choose shipping, or we can choose will call. We'll set this up as an electronic email ticket. If we choose shipping, it will follow the shipping rules that we can set up in Shopify. Shopify is excellent for shipping. It can sync with different third-party shippers, and we can collect the address of the person we need to send it to. We can manage all of this directly within the Shopify store. This ticket is transferable. That means customers can transfer it to another name and email. Once they do this, the ticket will be deleted from their account, and a new ticket will be created and sent to the new person after they accept it. We can add custom language for the scan. For example, when the scanner appears for someone, we can display a message like, give them a free merch pack. We can also add tags, and all of this will sync to our products. For example, we'll use GA. We can add pricing tiers if we want. For instance, Tier 1 price can be set to $30. On the date 1/5/2026 at 2 p.m., we can increase the price. Or if we sell 100 tickets, we can bump the price then. We can create custom rules as needed, and that's going to automatically follow these rules with your ticket, so we can easily add multiple bumps if we want to, and multiple tiers into our tickets. We're going to save this ticket now. Now, we can see that we have a ticket saved under this festival general admission. We have a base price and a current tier of $30 instead of the $500 base price. The tier progress will show us that out of 100 tickets, we've sold 0 so far. Here's our total quantity of tickets, as well as our minimum and maximum per order, sales start and end dates, and the sales status that currently exists for the sale. On this ticket, the sales status is off sale because it is not currently on sale until January 1st. We can also see the delivery method, the custom language, and that it is transferable. If we want to send comp tickets for this, it couldn't be easier. We can manually comp tickets to anybody we want to. We just need to put in their information, use their email, choose the quantity of tickets, select which ticket we want to send them, and then create that order for review. If we look at this and we like it, we can hit Send Tickets. Success! 3 tickets were sent successfully. It has now created a Shopify order that we can see in our store. We can see that there is 1 order made today, and it is a comp ticket for this event. That's perfect. Those tickets are automatically emailed out, and we will be able to see those emails. We can see those as a customer. The emails include a QR code. There is also an iOS scanner. If we want to view the orders, we can look at all the orders we have. If we want, we can email the attendee anything we would like as a custom email to them. For example, we can say, "Hey, this event is coming up soon. We can't wait to see you." If we want, we can directly check them in here. We can also use the native iOS app to check them in and view the QR code. And then we can view the tickets right here. So we see the venue, the date, and the entry time. This ticket is non-refundable as we created it, and here is the ticket right here. We can transfer this ticket since we set it up to be transferable. We can do that here. Or we can download a PDF ticket and view it on our screen as well. Going back, we can view all of our orders across all events if we want to. We can filter by every single item that we collect from people. We can view those all down here if we would like to, and view all their tickets, and we can check people in as well. We can see our email dashboard. We have sent 1 email just today as an important update for the Arena event demo. We can choose what billing we want. This is very friendly and favorable billing for ticketing. We can also look at all of our scanners here. Now, for the scanners, if we would like to download the native iOS app, we can do that. We can also open up our web scanner and scan directly from any browser using Safari or Chrome on any device, Apple or Android. All we do is enter the event ID, and then whatever the secret 4 to 8-digit PIN is that we set for that event. If we want a custom scanner, we can call 1 VIP lane or front gate and set what tickets it is allowed to scan right here. Then we set the PIN for that event scanner as well. That will all be reported in your order dashboard, where we can see who checked in, and if a check-in was done by front gate or VIP, it would show up right here. We can also filter by those if we want to see how many check-ins were done by a certain scanner. We are absolutely able to do that. The final thing we want to show is how easy it is to create an assigned seating map. This couldn't be easier, and we will show you here. Simply upload a background image of an arena, a map, festival grounds, or anything that you are selling seats for. Then we are going to create a section that we would like to add to that map. Each section can have an unlimited number of seats. It will total all of your seats for you here, so it's easy to see if any mistakes were made and how many total seats you have. For each section, we can open it up here. We can choose a color that will show up on the map, and then we can choose the default ticket that will be associated with that specific section. We can draw seats on the map if we would like to. Just click and draw. Or we can use the grid tool. So let's maximize the editor to show how this all works. While we're in here, we're editing this specific section. We'll zoom in a bit more so you can see it. Now, this is already laid out. Now we have 1 and 2. Next, we use the grid tool for this. When we use the grid tool, we simply go down here and we can see it already appears with our dots. Now, we define how many rows we want. For example, let's set 10 rows. Then we choose how many columns we want. We can also set 10 columns. We select the spacing we prefer. For this example, we choose 10 by 10 pixels. We can move the grid around by clicking or enter a number to jump to a specific spot. We can also move it as needed. As we can see, there is a lot of flexibility. We can place these exactly where we want to get the results we need. We can also select the size of each seat dot. Here, it is set to 3 pixels. but we can make them larger or smaller if we wish. Once that is set, we can choose a starting seat and select a starting row. We can easily start from a different position, like C100, and it will automatically count for us. We can also customize these settings if we want. Each seat can be clicked on as well. We can set the availability and choose a specific ticket if we want to. Some tickets may cost more than others, and some might have an obstructed view. There may also be different information for certain tickets that we need. We have the ability to completely change what is displayed, including the seat and the row, so everything is very customizable, and we can select anything we prefer. This setup only needs to be done once. If we want to duplicate an event, we simply choose to copy tickets, copy all the seats we want, and then copy our seat map. This will clone the entire map section and all the seats to the next event. We then select the date, and all of the start and end dates we choose will automatically sync with all of our ticket tier bumps and on-sale dates. The system will calculate the difference between the start date of the first event and the start date of the second event. Of course, we can adjust this if we want to once the event is created. Everything else will be pulled over for us, making it very easy to list multiple events for different dates. The final thing we want to show is that on the back end, there is a custom block available. We can add this to any event page for our arena. This block allows us to select seats, choose the best available, view all prices, and even switch to full screen. People can zoom in as well. We just need to enter our event ID and seating map ID, and the map will be pulled automatically. We are able to easily update those settings. If we want to choose a different background cover color, we can do that. We can also adjust the width. It will manage our sold seats and colors. We can decide if it should draw in section outlines, among other options. Once someone clicks on a seat, we can zoom in and view all the seats. The process is very simple. We can pick different seats and they will be added right here. A hold will be placed on those seats automatically for 5 minutes. Then, someone can make a purchase and the system will guide them through a straightforward process, all within Shopify. Shopify allows us to fully customize how everything works right within their app, and it is very easy to use. We can choose Apple Pay and sync with many different payment providers. We can select payment plans and also use Shop Pay for Afterpay. There are many different ways to handle payments. And of course, if we are organizing any kind of music festival or similar event, we have a different block that can be added. This allows us to create a variety of ticket listings. We can list tickets in as many ways as we can imagine for Shopify. With our CD block, we can also add specific sections. This lets us have a custom collection and choose exactly how our tickets will be displayed. We have options to show images, include descriptions, keep descriptions open, display low quantity badges, and show availability badges. We can select our own thresholds for low quantities. Price bumps will soon be available, and we'll see a badge that shows when a price bump is applied. There are many ways to enhance the experience. Best of all, we have full access to the Shopify App Store, so we can use any of their 8,000 plugin tools for marketing, such as bundling, retargeting, emailing, SMS, and more. So, this is a quick demo.